Hello, Victor here, restoringmercedes.com, and here we have a throttle body from 1990, what is it, 93, 94, something like that, 500E basically, and 119 engine. This has about 100 and something thousand miles, but it doesn't work basically, and the wires need to be replaced. So this is what you get for the plate, but not only that the wires are bad here, but also a clutch coil is dead. So we're going to energize it. As you hear, it's a classic clutch coil. The motor spins but no engagement. So that coil is bad. So now I'm going to clean it all up. I already cleaned the sticker. This is the part number for the unit, 9425. And production date is the 9th month of 1993, so the wires are going to be bad in this one regardless. So, but we're going to fix it. Okay, throttle body has been cleaned up a little. Underside the plate, carbon deposits cleaned off, and now I can replace the wires. The wires were absolutely destroyed, touching with each other pretty bad. So I'm gonna deal with the board, and I also have to deal with the coil. And the coil is dead, and there are some cracks in it. So I don't know if I'm gonna repair this particular coil, or I'm going to do with the other coil I have. This one doesn't seem to be overheated though. Very strange why it failed, because usually they fail when they overheat. This car has non-functioning fan clutch, so maybe the engine did run hot. Okay, well, this is where we are. Alright, so here we have the throttle body on the bench for about, I don't know, like 14 hours or so, a long time. So the room temperature here is about 69 degrees. There's an amplifier which is 98, and here's the throttle body, which is also hitting like mid-90s. Some spots probably can get it to show even higher number, but it's cold obviously. So, but I just wanted to show that this unit has been energized for a long time. So that's important for the throttle. That's the best test I can do on the bench. As you can see, different spots on the case show different temperature. Okay, now, so here's basically the unit. The plate is very nice and light. You can see with the friction of my finger I can open and close it. Very fluid motion, very light, very nice. No binding, everything's cleaned off, you know, the best I could. And the plate is clean. It's gonna get dirty obviously after a while, but right now it looks nice. Again, this is the rear unit. This is a 500E unit. A 9th month of 1993 is the production. Now this one opens fully because my control module allows me to. And let's take a look at our readings right here. 0.43, very close to the beginning of the range. It's supposed to be from 0.4 to 0.6. Well, that's the way it is, I guess. This is what we're gonna leave it at, because this is the range is 0.4 to 0.6. I already adjusted the plate a little bit, so well, that should do. For 0.24 is the upper readout. A wide open throttle, micro switches switch over, and the voltages follow. So yeah, this is what we're gonna leave it at. The next thing would be is to put it on the vehicle and see how it activates on the vehicle. See 0.45. I like to see it 0.5 even, right in between, like in the middle of the range. But if it is 0.5 of the volts, difference shouldn't be a problem at all, because again, it is within the range. All right. Now the clutch coil was replaced. This is the used coil I put in there from some other throttle body I broke out for parts. So I just put in the original coil, not rebuilt, because the coil that came out from this unit, I checked it out and the windings in the middle are bad. So I'm not gonna rewind the whole coil. No time for that. So because I have the coil, just put it in there and it works fine. Again, those coils are not sold. The ones that are sold, aftermarket ones, they're kind of iffy quality, just if you catch my drift. And I used a couple of them and they failed. No can do. So that's why I always use original coils or repair the coils that come from the original throttles. So alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on the vehicle and see how it acts there. Okay, so back at the car here, throttle is connected. Just put on the battery terminal back on. Alright, so now we're going to put the ignition on and look at the throttle body. Still keep the filter here just to check for any shavings. Alright. Okay, fuel pumps kicked in. And we do have active throttle. Now it's gonna shut down because the linkages are... Okay, the radio came off. Okay, we do have running throttle. Now I also will replace the vacuum lines because it's easy to get to right now, especially the one in the back. Oh, look at that, somebody already did this one at some point of time. Okay, it appears to be so because the junction is not factory. Alright, so then maybe we'll leave them then. Okay, fine. Now what's with the gasket? The gasket is stuck to the bottom, but it's broken. So we can't use the old one. Sometimes you can, but see, the reason I don't like to put silicone on those is because you can remove the gasket like this. That's why I like to put them in dry. For the next guy, if anything, to be easy. But this is factory, because this throttle body was never removed. Now I have to lift this up, and then we're going to install the throttle body and see how it runs. The throttle body is back in place. Put the date code on it. Nice and tight. New gasket underneath. Our vacuum line, one of them broke still. So I just have the new line that goes to the ignition module. Will be replaced. That will be replaced. This pipe it got cold and it's kind of stiff, so I can't push it in. So I'm gonna start the motor and heat it up without that pipe connected. And while at it, well, let's just drop this thing in there, shall we not? And then we'll tighten this up later. Okay, so I'm about to start this engine. I'm going to put the filter housing on it a little bit, just because the wind passes by mass airflow sensor can influence its readings. Now we got oil in there, alright. It's a fresh oil. And, well, this is going to be a first start with throttle body that's repaired, rebuilt, rewired, coil, whatever. Let's just see if it runs any better, because before it ran really badly. Okay, didn't even want to start now. That's great news now. Okay, no start situation was very simple. I did not plug in injectors because I had the injectors unplugged. When I was draining the oil, I spun the motor so it would circulate some old oil. So the most oil I could remove from the motor with the pump. Alright, so now it's going to be another start. I was doing it very late at night. I was tired. It was almost midnight. when I did that. Okay, off we go. And we got proper idle. ABS ASR lights are lit for different reasons. But I got it started. Alternator is still dead. Oh, look at that. Alternator is, yeah. Alternator is to be replaced, it's bad. Engine runs really good. And the idle speed is right. Fuel level gauge came up some, so that's helpful. Now it stinks very badly because there is old gas in it. I'm not draining it, there's no time, just gonna run it because there's some fresh gas mixed in with old, and we're in the clear there. I'm just gonna wait until it warms up and then see how it acts. Oh my god, this stinks so bad. Oof. But the idle speed is coming down to its senses. I'm not gonna rev it yet. Well, a little bit maybe. Yeah. Alternator and lower harness, those two to be done. ABS ASR light, that's later. It's gotta be something with the ABS system actually, because throttle body keeps the idle speed together. As you can see, it's dropping even lower while it's warming up, so that's good. Once I get this car finished, hopefully today, then I can pull this one out and then I can work more on the fuel pump. I have to do the fuel filter. We're leaving the old the cheap pumps in there for now, just let them run. And yeah, this is good news.